An overview of Schoolwork in My Big Campus. So when I click on the Schoolwork tab, it's going to manage the schoolwork I've assigned. But to create schoolwork, I have two options. One is the Create button. I can create new schoolwork from here. The other is to go into my drive, choose New, and I can create schoolwork from here. So I'm going to create a new schoolwork. I have to give it a name. I have the choice to have it graded or not, and this is going to do with the integration to the grade book that's within My Big Campus, not taking the place of our Power School at all, but it's going to be another option that hopefully will help us export grades at some point. That goes live next month, so just leave it for now. So I'm going to add a question with a plus sign. Here's the choices I have. You'll notice the one missing is matching. They do not support matching at this time. We can always hope. Multiple choice. Let's choose that. This guy is, and here's my choices. Only one of those is the correct answer. If I want to add another choice, I can add new answer. I think I just want this to be a 1-point question, so I'm going to change the max score. I could upload something from my drive, so there's the option to access anything that's in my drive. Here's anything that's in the My Big Campus library, or I could upload a picture at this point. Let's save it. So there's my first question. I'm going to add another question. This time I want students to be able to upload something, so I'm going to have an essay upload. So upload a Word document. There's a way to attach a rubric. I will show you more about rubrics in another video, but for now I'm just going to give this, let's go ahead and give that 5 points. Again, I have the options to upload pictures and documents with this as well. If I want to change the order, I can grab the reordering and change that. If I decide I want to go in and change the question, I can edit from here. Make sure I save whatever changes that are made. And notice if I want to give another question that's got 5 answer choices, I could just duplicate this question and then edit the question from there, so it's already set up to use the same format. All right, so I've got a 3-question assignment now. I can take a look at what the students will see. Of course, this isn't quite what they'll see because they'll have additional options here to upload your Word document. And exit out of that preview to go back to assign it. So one option to assign this is to continue. I'll come back to that in a moment. Another option is to view all assignments of this schoolwork. So right here, I can assign now. We cancel out of that. Let's go back. The other option to get to the same point is continue. Assign now. So I can assign it to a whole group. So let's assign it to a group, or I could choose to assign it to an individual within a group. So there's my son. I'll show you his view of this in a moment. I can set the start time. The slider bar allows me to change the time. I can change the date for the start and due date. Click the triangle next to additional options. One idea for test security is to include a password that you give out only at the beginning of the test. Another idea is to make sure to turn off any of these options that would show information to the students following the test. If you want them to use this as a practice, you could have it show the correct answer on completion, so that as soon as they submit their work, they're able to see if they've gotten it correct. I'm going to go ahead and assign that. If I want to assign this to an additional group, I just go back into Assign Now, and I could assign it to my next period class under the same setup. All right, let me switch to a student view. So here is a student signed in, and here are the 2 assignments that he just received. So Chapter 1 test was from a previous video that was imported from ExamView. So I go into Start, and here's what it looks like for the students. I have the chance to type in here, and so on. I can save progress, meaning that whatever work I've done up to that point won't be lost. This is maybe a good idea to have students choose to push that in between each question or in between each several. I can submit told me I didn't want to do everything, but I'm going to go ahead and submit everything. Oh, it didn't like that. So let's see what happened. Okay, so that time it let me submit it. All right, so there was one. It tells me that it is waiting to be graded. Let's go back to schoolwork. Here was another assignment that I just created. Now, if I have given a password, the student will see a prompt right here to enter that password. So I'm going to start the assignment. Let's see, the sky is blue. Upload my Word document. So now I can attach something from my drive. So students can upload the document that they've created into their drive, and then they can access that. I'm sure he has any files saved in there. And then I can answer the last question. Again, save progress. This is going to ensure that I don't lose any of the work that's done up to this point. I can submit. I didn't answer one of the questions. I'm going to go ahead and submit it anyway. So there is my assignment, still waiting to be graded. And as I go back to schoolwork, notice there's nothing to do. I can still get to those assignments that I have turned in here. And once those are graded by the teacher, I can get to it at this point from the student view. Now coming back to the teacher view, so the schoolwork I need to grade is here, and I find the two that were submitted today. So here's the Chapter 1 test. I only assigned it to one student, so I'm only seeing one student come up here, but I'd have a list of all the students. They can go in, and notice the multiple choice questions are going to be graded automatically. So I had entered the correct answer, it's there. Some of these though were looking for a prompt for me to grade. So I can go in and give 4 points for what they said here and 2 points for this, and so on until it gives me a tally of the grades. I can enter the grade at that point. And so there's the score for the student. And once I finish grading all of these, then I have this list that shows all of the assignments that have been completed. If there are attachments included, and I'll show you that on the next one, because remember there was another one that had attachments. So I'm going to go back and look at grading. These are the assignments I need to grade. Scroll down. So this one, multiple choice has already been graded for me. Got it wrong that time. I'm going to take a look at the Word document. Now I'm not seeing anything there. Notice I have the option here to download Ethan's attachments. Of course, remember we didn't include anything there, so it's not going to let me download anything. And it didn't like that. So we go back to this. Or if I've got a whole class set, I can download everybody's, and that comes up as a zip file that I can access. So I take a look at his. I'm going to give him 4 points. Enter the grade. I want to say something to him about this work, so I can include a comment. Let me go back again to the student view and show you what that comment looks like. So he now sees a graded assignment. That was not the one with the comment. Let's go back. He now sees a comment that says this was a great effort. And he responds with thank you, but I still need help. And makes the comment. Okay, back to the teacher view. So click on comments again. So here's the first comment I made, and here's the second comment. So on this assignment, you can have a conversation with a student. It is restricting you to about 1,000 characters, so short conversations with a student at a time. So I want to see where my schoolwork is that I created. Remember, I created it from Drive. So I'm going to go back into Drive, Schoolwork, and I was creating something called Assignment 1. So there it is to access again. Notice I have the option from opening it from the Drive. Right here I can see who it's been assigned to, and assign it again. That's a quick overview. There are many more features of Schoolwork, but this should get you started.